Hey guys, and welcome to today's Coffee and Christ. Hope you're doing well today.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun. Okay, I kind of want to finish that. I like Star Wars. Everybody just recognized the wonderful Imperial March associated with Darth Vader. I learned something new today.
What?
I learned that Stormtroopers were a real thing. I didn't know that.
Stormtroopers are real?
I know. Well, they were. I didn't know that they were real. I thought they were something that Lucas made up. But turns out Stormtroopers were actually a real thing. They're in World War I. In fact, they were kind of instrumental in what became known as the Kaiser Blitz. Their job was to infiltrate the British and French, the Allied lines, to penetrate them and create as much chaos as they could, get as deep into enemy territory as they possibly could, create as much chaos along the way so that the rest of the German troops could come in and take over. It was an attempt at ending the stalemate that had existed there for a little bit, an attempt to win the war. And the Stormtroopers, they very nearly succeeded. In fact, if it hadn't been for the Allies deciding to take a stand, they're outside of Somme in a town called Amiens, led by General Foch. And General Foch had this statement that I think is applicable today, that we must fight in front of Amiens. We must fight where we stand. This has been a chaotic year.
Oh.
You know, every year we face challenges, and every year we face a battle with Satan, but this year seems to be a little bit more than normal. And if we think about all the things that have taken place, we have to remember, we're in the midst of a spiritual war. We're always in the midst of a spiritual war. We don't fight against flesh and blood, but against principalities. We fight a spiritual war.
Because there have been stormtroopers of chaos that have infiltrated. Satan has done an amazing job organizing his blitz to come on in and try to cause great confusion and destruction within the Lord's church and his people. But
we have to hold the line. We have to say this far but no further. We have to follow the encouragement of Foch that we must fight where we stand. We must say this far but no further. Satan has gained some ground this year in some of our lives, within some of our churches. And we have to say this far but no further. We have to take a stand, which means we have to focus on our relationship with God, make sure that we're not just becoming complacent with that. It's been an easy year to become complacent in our spiritual relationships with Him. But we also have to not be complacent with each other. This has been a fairly disconnected year. It's been a year that's been a challenge to connect with people, especially our brothers and sisters in Christ. And we have to be intentional to follow the command there in Hebrews to stir one another up, to spur one another on to love and good works, that we may even have to be creative, but we cannot allow disconnectivity to reign. We cannot allow Satan's stormtroopers of chaos to gain any more ground. Amen. We must choose and we must determine that this far and no further.
That's right.
May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and give you strength as you seek to hold the line against Satan.